Hi, and welcome to a new me, Zanne, and I'm going to talk about something that I've never spoken about before, which is the new me. And actually, it's not a new me, it's me who I've always been. Have you read the book, the Book of Paradise, or the Children of the Paradise? At one point, Adam's son, Cain, asks his father, "Father, why do people lie?" And Adam looks at Cain and says, "Because they're afraid of being alone or standing out." And then I started crying. And he said to Cain, "Adam, and you're not afraid of standing on your own kind, and that's why you can't lie." And I cried and I cried and I cried, and I realized that's me. I am Cain, Adam and Eve's son Cain, who couldn't lie, who was his own, who came with a lot of darkness but also lightness. In my childhood, my parents didn't see me, so me being able to see my light is my biggest weakness. I'm very good at watching other people and seeing them in their light as well as they're in the darkness, but I'm much more capable of seeing and perceiving myself from my darkness and lightness, even though I've been isolated for many, many years, to just let go and give myself inner child therapy every single day and regression therapy throughout 8 years. And the thing is, most people who's experts at fitting in, who's experts at adapting and compromising and having many friends, well done people, because you have an ability that I sometimes would like to have, which is you're experts at lying to yourself. If you want to be a part of the community, which sort of community you prefer to be in, but if you're good at fitting in, you're experts at lying to yourself about who you truly are. Since I was a child, I knew who I was. Of course, I'm not perfect. I've been a shithead, a fart, an ass, a rebel, and many other things. And I am not afraid to stand on my own 2 feet. And you know who's the biggest problem is with that thing that I can't be anything but myself? It's other people. So many people throughout the years have had a huge problem with me being who I am, because I am me. I am who I am. I keep changing, becoming more and more feminine, more and more soft and happy and gentle. But most people, they're content. They stay where they are. When people tell them something, okay, that's right. A couple of weeks ago, someone told me I was manic, and I was like, okay, I have so much darkness. I can relate to being manic. And I came home and I cried and I cried, and I then said to myself, I am not manic depressive, or get all hyper. I'm not manic, I'm quick. I'm so fucking quick to think and act and do things. My mind works so fast. So I realized, writing this shit down in my book, I'm not manic. They're talking about themselves. And people who don't see themselves, they keep making projections and tossing them onto others. And sometimes, perhaps you get this feeling you're standing in someone's way when they just needed to have their bin emptied. They needed someone to load on all their shit onto. This video is going to be about stop compromising. Stop compromising and stop being silent. Speak up your truth, dear sister. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all these people out there who's having so huge problems with who I am, because I am me. Most people do not know who they are. They have absolutely no self-perception, no self-awareness. So here I am, with all my self-awareness, with all my shit, which is there, of course it is. I'm not perfect. But the thing is, I'm authentic. I am myself. I dare to be both light and darkness. I dare to be me soft, kind, gentle, and I dare to be angry. I used to be 10 years in the army. I used to box with the national team. I have lots of martial art belts. I've seen death in my eyes 8 times. The last time I ended up in a wheelchair. I've had so many fractures on my body because I was so wild. I didn't fit in anywhere. But you know what? If you're an expert at fitting in, you're an expert at lying to yourself. You're an expert at fitting in because you're an expert at compromising at other people's on behalf of something else in yourself. Well done for being capable of fitting in, silencing your true voice. Well done for being suppressing who you are and for shutting up and being this person. But you're not living. So how much are you really living? This video is not going to be very structured because I have some fierceness to let go of. I have this amazing friend, her name is Lone. She said to me, "Oh, Zanne, you keep bruising my ego." I was like, huh? What does that mean? And she says, "Zanne, around you and when we're on the phone, you keep bruising my ego because you say things the way they are." And she said, "Thank you, Zanne. I like you for being honest." And I said, "I love you, Lone." I love it when people are honest from their heart and not from all their bullshit. So many people are bullshitting themselves without knowing it. And some of us have a shitty bullshit detector, which we need to open up and say things the way they are. But not always from the fierce woman, but from the soft Venus energy, which is soft and kind and caring. I am both kind and soft and caring and feminine, but I'm also fierce and I'm strong and I'm myself more than anything. And I'd rather be alone than compromise with the company I'm with. I'd rather be alone than compromise with what I'm doing. I'd rather have few customers instead of a lot of customers, which I don't even like. I choose my own customers. People who are not afraid of expressing who they are, or at least need some help to get there. Who are you helping when silencing yourself? Who are you helping when you compromise daily? When you don't speak up? And if you say yes, when you want to say no thank you, who are you helping? Who's that gonna benefit? When I'm around other people, some people like me and are drawn to me. If they don't have too many issues, they like me and think that I'm kind and nice, and they like me because I'm fierce, I'm me. But the more issues people have, the more shit they're suppressing and not aware of, the more facades people are wearing, the more they hate me and resent me and project all their shit onto me and call me all sorts of stuff, and I don't care. You can't hit me because I know who I am. I dare to be myself. I dare to speak up my truth. When there's lots of energy vampires out there who just want to suck on my tits or your tits or someone else's tit, I speak up and say, stop. And another therapist might go, I will help you. I will do anything for you. And they might find their therapist voice and say, it's all okay. Mother is gonna save you. You're okay. I can't take that. I am me. I use this voice. It's not that loud when I speak Danish because it's not easy for me to speak English and be fierce, which I am today. You want to see something funny? Look at my socks today. I wanted to be fierce. Aren't they cute? So that's me too. I'm funny, I'm playful, I'm authentic, I'm fierce, I'm strong. Oh shit, you're in the ceiling. And I can be angry, and I can be harsh, and I can also be arrogant if I choose to. Less when time goes on. But I am me, goddammit, and fuck you guys who doesn't like me. You who are having issues. You do know who you're having issues with? Your own fucking shit. You're having issues with the thing you haven't dealt with in yourself, and I don't give a shit about all your shitty projections in this fucking alternative business industry in Denmark. The alternative and self-development industry in Denmark is so tiny. We all have to be the same. We have to laugh the same way. We have to be like one another. We have to always be kind. But most people do not know who they truly are. And who are you helping by not showing the world who you really are? Do you know why? Perhaps if you're not happy. But whose terms are you living life on? Your children's, your husband's, your job, your career, your wife's, your friends, or anyone else's? At a spiritual level, above us all, there's something called the mass consciousness, where all our minds are connected. We do the same, we say the same, we look the same. And that's also where the Danish Jantelov comes in. You have to work under these premises. I don't know how to say that. You have to work on these premises in order to be good and accepted in the society. Otherwise, you're gonna get a label. Many years ago, I got a new aura, and I quickly discovered that this new aura that I got was fucked up. So I realized I need an aura that fits my system. You need an aura that fits your system and where you are in your life. So I made my own system in, it's 10 years this year, in 2007. And I've given thousands of people a new aura. A new aura, the one that I have today, because I need to keep upgrading it, is just like the way the newborn babies, the same aura and energy systems that they have. That means I learn quicker, I get from A to B quicker, I don't think that much, I just act. I don't have all these layers about thinking and processing, and I just do it from day to day. And you're capable of that too, but you need to figure out what is preventing you in yourself to take the steps that's necessary for you to speak up for yourself, stop compromising, again, speaking your truth and going the way that you prefer, because in the long term you will be more happy. The bad thing about it is you're going to be lonely. It's not fun always to be me, to see what I'm capable of seeing every second, to be able to see right through people and be a bullshit and blind spot detector and eliminator. Sometimes I hate that role. So I'd rather be alone than being a part of the mass consciousness, which is shitty boring. And I'd rather be myself than compromising with the company that I'm with. And then again, above all of us, above the mass consciousness is a co-consciousness at a higher level. And it's about, this is the way you need to practice your spirituality. You cannot have alcohol. You cannot have meat, because then you're wrong. You cannot do this and that. But you know what? There is no one spirituality. There is my spirituality and there is your spirituality. And if you don't like me or your neighbors, then shut the fuck up and only speak your own truth. I've been a shithead, I know that, because that one doesn't always shut up when it's supposed to shut up. So if you have that ability too, I will give you this advice. Choose your battles. If you speak up loud, it will have a consequence. And are you strong enough to take the consequence? I am. But are you? And sometimes we must always also choose our battles. Throughout the years, I've become more and more feminine, more and more soft and gentle and kind, but I have suppressed one thing, and that's her. The fierce and strong and brave woman that I have been since I got out of my mom's wound. My dad was beating up my mom when I was in her belly. My mom wanted a boy, my dad wanted a girl, my siblings didn't want me. I was left to myself. I didn't get love or compliments or recognition. I got nothing. So I've been filled with dramas and shit for 41 years, and now I'm 41 and I'm done. I've grown up. I know who I am. I am soft and kind and gentle and strong and fierce and authentic. I am myself. So many people throughout the years have said, Zanne, you're brave. Oh, am I? Zanne, you're so authentic. Oh, am I? But that also makes me realize why so many people in Denmark have copied me. They have been watching these videos that I've made in Danish for so many years, and they go out and use my titles, and I will even test them. I had this lady, I called myself a bullshit detector and alchemist. She changed her title, and then other people changed as well. I hate that narrow, you could say, do I have a narrow mind? No. If I inspire you, give me a high five and say, Zanne, you're fucking cool, instead of copying my system. There's so many people out there copying others, and it's not authentic. There's so many people trying to be something that they're not. So when they get a little resistance back, they're crying and they need all their friends to tell them how good they are. But dear sister, if you're here today, you have that thing within you. Be brave enough to stand on your own leg. The world needs you to stand on your own 2 feet. The world needs you to stand up for yourself, speak up, and tell your truth. Not necessarily from this energy, because then we're going to provoke and piss off too many people. But I'm here to help you and give you strength and support. As my friend Lone, she's very smart, she says, we need more dedicated communities. Fuck a shit word. We need more dedicated communities. Today, the community says, shut up, sit on your stool, and be quiet. If you have an opinion that goes against the community, sip it. But that's not a dedicated community. And that's what you and I need. Go and create a dedicated community where you are. Find one, and if it's not there, create it. I want to create it. Mine is called Golden Opportunities. I'm going to build it together. Perhaps I'm going to travel around the world and create it there instead of little bitty tiny Denmark. I also wrote down to you, find communities, and I wrote crystal person. There's something called angelic persons and a crystal person. I'm both. For 35 years, I was my crystal person in my masculine energy over here, the right side. I was my own. I speak up my truth. As a crystal person, you are your own. You're born with a knowledge and intuition. You're capable of speaking up. You have temper. You know which way to go. You're very much your own, and you have these big eyes, and you can see lots of stuff, and you have this bullshit detector and can see right through people. And then there's the angelic energy, soft and kind and gentle and good at compromising, good at settling, and good at keeping yourself silent. And I'm a crystal person, and you are too, unless you've put the angelic person in front of your steering wheel in your car. So change roles, allow yourself to be who you are, because I bet you're not happy. I'm not happy when I go into a community and sit for a class for a whole day. I'm not happy because I'm not allowed to be myself. I'm not allowed to sit there with my issues and speak up my truth. When I'm in that classroom, I had to be like everyone else and suppress their shit. And the thing is, it's your life. And I hope that even though I've never made an English video about this topic with so much fierceness and some tears, I hope you got some inspiration to stop keeping silent and stop compromising, God damn it. I hope you like this video. Please share it, because that will inspire me to make many more. And I am ready to conquer the world in a way where I'm going to help more brave, gorgeous women to unfold from a beautiful place within them their divine, raw, authentic self. Thank you so much for being here today. Please leave a message. Please subscribe so I can get to know you and see who you are, and come and say hello at Facebook. My name is Zanne Frida Philipson. I've got the concept Intuitive Mentor. I acknowledge you for being here and for being a like-minded spiritual sister. Namaste.